Live. Welcome in, everyone. Let me know if you can see me and hear me. Today, we're talking about how to detach from your past and manifest faster because you guys know I am super impatient and I love speed. I absolutely love speed, and I believe that it is one of the biggest secrets to my success is that I go fast. So let me know if you can hear me and you can see me, and then we'll get started. Hello, Alexis. Welcome, Crown Era. Sania's here. Anna's here. Welcome to Level Up Queens, ladies. I love to have you guys in our little VIP community on YouTube. So, how today's live stream came about, today's training, is I have been seeing this trend repeatedly where women, brilliant, amazing, gifted, talented, magical women like yourself, feel like they're doing all of this inner work. They're doing the shadow work. They're doing the journaling. They're doing the EDMR. They're doing this session and that session, things I've never even heard of, just sessions about sessions, but they still feel like they're looping through old patterns. If this is you, give me a yes in the chat or the comments if you're watching the replay. And this live stream is going to break that pattern once and for all. Hi, Noor. Hi, Arena. Welcome. Okay, because here's the thing. When you have been running in that paradigm, you say things like, I'm blocked, I'm stuck. But what if I told you you're not blocked, you're not stuck, you're running in the wrong mode? So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to shift out of the past. You're going to detach and into your next timeline faster than you ever thought possible because they don't call me the queen of speed for nothing. You can also hold on one second. Yes, okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take you through my three stages of Addicted to Abundance, which is the first time I'm ever releasing this content publicly. And you're going to have a chance to see what is actually going on behind the scenes when you think that you are stuck or when you think you're blocked. And then I'm going to give you my three secrets of what's actually going on and how to transmute those. And then I'm going to invite you into Kainat Success Academy, my rocket ship, my motherboard, the speed rocket, the bullet train. So if you are ready to transmute this like over attachment to the past, give me a hell yes in the comments right now. Throw me an emoji. Let me know in the chat or in the comments that you are ready to leave that behind. Andrea said, "Hi Mina, right on time per usual. I'm deep in timeline jumping intensive in your 99 realm. I caught my loops and patterns." Amazing, Andrea. This live stream is going to go so hand in hand with the training inside Timeline Jumping Intensive. So this is literally perfect for you. I'm ready, Alexis said. I'm so glad. Yes, hell yes, Arena said. Yes, that's exactly me. Hell yes. Perfect. Okay, so let's do it. Okay. So I think what a lot of women think is that inner work is supposed to be hard. And I've said this so many times, but I think people really miss this is that inner work is not about working harder and it's not about forcing a breakthrough. It's about learning how to collapse time by detaching from the wrong energy source, from the past. That's what you need to do. Okay. So we get a lot of emails, we get a lot of clients, and especially Irfan, he has been getting, since he released his entropy cleanse sessions, he's been getting a lot of clients that are literally coming and saying, we have tried everything. They've been to every type of therapy you can imagine. They've done this sessions and EMDR and this and this and this and this and this. And they keep looping. They still feel blocked and they still feel stuck. So here is what is going on. You have to realize that if you are still looping in the old pattern, you're trying to manifest from your wounds and not from your vision. How far do you think you're going to get when you're manifesting from your wounds? Hi, Patricia. Welcome to Level Up Queens. How far do you think that they're going to get? So here is my three secrets that are finally going to break your attachment and completely detach you from the past. Here's the number one secret. You're not blocked. Say it with me. I'm not blocked. I've been running in the wrong mode. So there are three modes to my addicted to abundance framework. Number one is archaeology. Number two is alchemy. Number three is architecture. So those poor souls that are spending money after money after money on this, two sessions here, one session here, one shadow workbook here, one astrology reading there. This is what they're missing is that they're still in archaeology mode. And the only thing you can manifest from archaeology mode, I mean, think about it. How far can you go? It's like you're buried in it. It's you're just digging up stuff. It's like, you know how I talk about the divine feminine is a bottomless pit of desires? Women who are in archaeology are a bottomless pit of wounds. So most women stay stuck in archaeology, obsessed with shadow work, healing loops, and complete, like always reprocessing trauma. It's like, girl, you processed your trauma enough. Your power lies in being in alchemy and architecture. Alchemy is where healing becomes transmutation. So you think that the more inner work you do, the more you're going to manifest. All you're going to manifest is the past pattern. If this is resonating with you, give me a, oh my God, this is what's been happening because you've been running through the loops. Because here's the thing, if you were actually processing out of yourself, if you were actually alchemizing out, you would have manifested the thing that you want to manifest already. Okay. And then in architecture, you co-create with God and build the new timeline. So what's been happening is you think you're manifesting from archaeology, but you're buried in your wounding. And what happens is when you go to all these disjointed places, which I'll be talking a lot about this in secret number three, well, that's coming. They're not looking at the big picture. It's like your foot could be, God forbid, on fire, and they're saying there's smoke stuck in your ear, and they're trying to fix the smoke, not realizing that actually your foot is on fire. Andrea said, I've been moving out of and starting to see how my circle is still stuck in the healing loop. Oh my God, yes. Most people, by the way, not even people healing, 99% of the human society are still just automated in archaeology just by default. And then a few little bits of those that are conscious enough to even know that they need healing work go to healing work, but then they get stuck in there. They're still in the grids of archaeology. They've never made it to alchemy or architecture. And then they're wondering, what am I doing wrong? I bought all these like random sessions and I try to like duct tape all the stuff that I love learn from Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. What's happening? What's happening is now you've turned your manifestation into casual entertainment. Resonating, Alina said. This is happening so much. And it breaks my heart because these women will come to us and say, I've done all of this inner work from that coach and that coach, and I did that session and I did that kind of therapy and I did that kind of thing. What's happening? It's like, okay, you're still in archaeology. You didn't, it's like, imagine if you were trying to build a house, but you kept digging the foundation, but like none of the other construction has started yet. It's like, okay, we've got enough of a foundation hole dug to build an entire society. When do we start building? When do we get to do that? Right? So when by the time they come to me, they're like, I'm blocked, I'm stuck. I'm like, no, you're not. You haven't started building. You've dug enough, but you're not blocked. That's not being blocked. That's not like if you kept digging up the foundation and you never started building and you come to me and you say you're blocked, like, I would say, well, no, there's no bulldozer in your way. You need the bulldozer to come like start building now. So that is secret number one. If that's you and you're watching this in the comments later, give me oh my God, that's me. Secret number one is me. That's where I'm stuck. Who is ready for secret number two? This is another reason why you are massively attached to the past and you are manifesting at like snail speed and wondering what the hell is going on. Let me know if you are ready. I know there's a little bit of a lag. I'm gonna let you guys catch up, let you comment. Throw me a heart, let me know you're ready. I could sit here all day with you. Who is ready for it? Okay. Andrea said probably me for sure. And I see your hearts. Okay. Number two. Another reason that women are stuck and feeling blocked is because they're living in linear time. Time is not hours and minutes and seconds and weeks and months and years. It's distance divided by velocity. Okay, this is a big secret that a lot of people get wrong. Okay, most people think transformation is measured in months or years or even decades. Okay, we're not doing that. Okay, if you're crawling, yeah, it will happen like that. But if you're plugged into a bullet train or a rocket ship like Kainat, that collapses time. So, one of the things that brings me the greatest joy is I have an application process for Kainat, and I freaking love this because what will happen in there is women will say, I have a question saying, what do you see yourself manifesting in 12 months? And here's what they don't know. I make it my personal mission, my obsession, because I've already manifested everything in my life. I ran out of manifestations. So I make their manifestation my personal obsession. I'm like, she says she's going to manifest this in 12 months. I'm going to see to it personally that it happens in 3 months, that it happens in 2 months, that it happens in 3 weeks. They don't even know I'm doing that behind the scenes because they don't know what I just did is I took them off of crawling and I upgraded their vehicle. I put them in a rocket ship. Because here's the thing, when you say it will take me 1 year to manifest my soulmate, what does that even mean? Why would it take you 1 year? What if I said it's going to take me 1 year to manifest my soulmate and I walked out the door right now and he's there? What am I supposed to do? See you in 1 year. Bye. See ya, sucker. I said 1 year. Manifestations are not time. Do you see that? It's it's like it's a location in time space. So they don't know that yet. They don't know that when they're flirting with the application. So I'll give you an example. Mira kept watching my free content. She was a good student. She was like watching my free content. She's like, why should I join everything paid? Mina gives so much value in her free stuff. And then one day she had this thing. She's like, I wonder what's different about the paid courses. Like, there's got to be something different. It can't just be more of the same. And she showed up in a paid container. She signed up for Slow Sex Fast Money. Her mind was blown. She literally wrote me an entire email, which I emailed out to you guys. She was like, oh my God, once I was in the paid container, I realized that my entire vehicle had changed. There's no way I could have gotten any sort of transformation watching the free stuff. I would have crawled, if anything, I changed her vehicle. I took her off of crawling and I put her in a car in Slow Sex Fast Money. Within a few weeks in there, she's like, well, if Mina took me off of crawling and she put me in a car and now I got there faster, and she said that Kainat is a bullet train and a rocket ship, what would happen if I come in there? So she joins Kainat Success Academy, my motherboard, my rocket ship. Within 1 hour, her mind is blown and she goes, wait a minute. If this is what happened in 1 hour, I can't even imagine what would happen in 1 year. But what would happen in 2 years? I would probably be running circle around people in 2 lifetimes, they can't even achieve what I could do in 2 years. So within 1 hour, she signs up for year two. She bought Kainat Alumni, which is year two, within 1 hour of joining the first year. What happened? I changed her vehicle. And I'll explain this more a little bit further. Charisma has been following my work for a while. She messaged me a couple times. I'm saving up for all the things bundle. I'm like, okay. You guys know I'm like, I trust your timing. I'm like, okay, keep saving up for all the things bundle. And then one day she's like, what am I doing? Why am I saving? Why am I not in the room? So she gets on the Kainat payment plan, meets her soulmate 9 days later, 10x's her business because when my women, the women in my community find out her business, they're like, oh my God, we need this. They start signing up. Her energy changes. Like she was already fabulous. Like she's already got fabulous business. It 10x's. 6 months in, she's engaged, and her fiance, probably will be her husband by then, is joining us now in the in-person event that comes with Kainat, the Universe Grew Addicted to Abundance. Like, phew. And when she was in the first month in Kainat, you know what she told me? I'm so terrified of getting engaged. I don't know, like maybe I shouldn't rock the boat. Like I got everything going in my business. I have so much fear. Took her off the floor, took her off the walking, put her in the rocket ship, got a big, fat, gorgeous ring on her finger. You can go see her ring if you want to on the Kainat sales page. There's a video testimonial from her on there. She said, I couldn't afford not to join. So she went from I'm saving for one day to what the hell am I doing? What am I doing? This is what happens when you literally change your vehicle. Hi, Christian. Happy to have you here, gorgeous. Who is been sitting around thinking that it's not the right time? Girl, time is not minutes. It's not hours. It's definitely not years. It's a location in time space, and how fast you get there depends on the freaking vehicle. Let me give you an example. From my house to Dallas, Texas takes 3.5 hours to drive in a car. Okay. How long would it take me to walk there? Maybe a year, maybe 3 months. So do I say um, Dallas is 3.5 hours away, or 3 months away, or 1 year away, or 20 minutes on a bullet train away, or 40 minutes on a plane away, or 5 minutes on a rocket ship? It depends on what are you, how far is Dallas? If someone asked me, how far is Dallas from your house, Mina? What would be the first question I should ask them? What's the vehicle? Are we walking there? Are we jogging? Are we taking a horse and buggy? Are we going in a car? Are you taking the bullet train? Or are you going in Kainat, which literally is a rocket ship? Because then the time changes. So someday becomes now, depending on the vehicle. That's how manifestation works. Ellie said, wow, let me know if you are guilty of sitting there saying someday, or I'm going to do this next year. What vehicle are you on? Someday how? Are we walking, crawling? Are we on Mina's rocket ship? What vehicle are we taking? Nida said, not me at my childhood home trying to literally clean up the past, but struggling with fear. The timing is divine. Honestly, give a couple kids to come in and tell them take whatever you take the things you definitely want and then let them come clean it up. You don't even need to be sitting in that rubble. Act like a queen. Arena said, don't call me out publicly. Arena, I appreciate your honesty. I appreciate your honesty. Okay, who is ready for secret number 3? Who is ready for secret number 3? Yes, guilty of not trusting that it can happen sooner. Because if you're still walking, it won't happen sooner. You have to change the vehicle. They don't call me the queen of speed for nothing. I go on a faster vehicle. Queen energy, yes, Nida. Of course. Of course. My move to Miami is coming up, and that's how I feel about my things. Someone can go. Honestly, that's what I would do. That's literally what I have done, things like that. I pick out the things I definitely need to come and then let go. Someone else, that can be someone else's treasure. I don't need to be sitting there using up my energy. My energy is worth millions. It's worth millions. Treat yourself that way. Treat yourself that way. Secret number three, that I have to figure it all out or I have to be in these little compartments. So let me tell you a secret. Let me tell you a story actually. So I would join, you guys know I've spent over $1 million on my own inner work, masterminds, coaches, education, best investment ever. However, here's what I noticed. I noticed that if I joined a um, business mastermind or a business container, all of a sudden the polarity in my marriage would start going wah, wah, wah. Then I would join a super feminine container, and all of a sudden I'm putting on weight, I'm pudgy, things are not looking so great in my business. It's like, okay, what's happening there? Okay. And what I learned is that because women, like men are like waffles and women are like spaghetti, in your business to really have a full life, you need your skills, right? You need your education, you need mentorship, you need coaching, you need all those things. Like that's what it takes. However, when I was going to this here and this here and this here and this here, none of those mentors or coaches were speaking to each other, right? They were all disjointed. And this is what's happening with my clients. Before they find me, they come, they're like, I did 2 sessions of this, 3 sessions of quantum healing, this shadow work workbook. And it's like, yeah, none of those things work with each other. And they're like, they come in saying this, Mina, I've literally tried everything. I'm like, have you? Because if you had tried everything, you would have everything. Because when you have actually done everything, you manifest everything. I ran out of manifestations and now I have to obsess over your manifestations to give myself that manifestation high. So when you really tried everything, you have everything. So what happens is you have these like very disjointed experiences. And so when I went through all of these portals and containers and all of my own education, I started asking myself, interesting. Is there one place on the freaking internet where when you're doing business, your sex drive doesn't dry up, your sex life doesn't dry up, right? Is there a place on the internet where when you're sexy and juicy and all the things, then your business doesn't and your body doesn't go? And you know what I learned? No, because everyone is so freaking niche down that they can only see from one lens. So you know what I did? I took all of my embodiment, all of my training, all of my expertise, all of my hard earned blood, sweat, and tears experience, and the tens of thousands of clients that have coached their experience, and I created that space. I created Kainat Success Academy because different environments for you will activate different data points, right? So when you go into one environment, you travel one place, one thing activates. But then what about the other thing? You go here, you go to this coaching container, one thing activates. What if there was one place where you got your inner work, you got your alchemy, you got your architecture, you got your marketing skills, you got your polarity skills, you knew how to parent your children, you knew how to stay in your juicy feminine, you had sisterhood. I created one place. The place that I was seeking that whole decade, even longer than a decade, I created it because you're not missing clarity, you're missing calibration, you're missing collaboration where everything works together. So kainat is the rocket ship where you get access to business strategy, relationship healing, divine union, nervous system regulation. It's all braided. And I'm not the only one there. You get my feminine energy coaching, and you get Irfan's masculine energy coaching. Because we thought of everything. We're like, what if people didn't need to hire someone for skill set, someone for inner work, someone for relationship coaching, someone for parenting, someone for this, someone for their dream life, someone for manifestation, and none of those things spoke? What if in one place they got everything? In fact, it is such a one place that most of the people are even finding their clients from that one place. And this is what the women in Kainat have said. We literally got this testimonial a few days ago. One of the ladies in Kainat said, I thought I joined for business and I'm having the best sex of my life. I thought I came in to fix my marriage and now I've just launched a 7-figure business. This is what's happening because here's the thing, you don't need more free content. You need to change the vehicle where you're literally plugged into a completely different grid. Kristen said, that was me a few years ago. I got to a point where everything in my life had to merge. Yes, we're women, right? I don't want to do anything in my business at the expense of my marriage or my health or my parenting. That does not work for me. I'm not available for that. I'm seriously like not available for that. And so you need one home, one place. And Christian, you know this the best because you have really plugged into this community and 10x your life through it, is that you need one place where, and even when people would come into Kainat and they're like, okay, I'm doing great. My husband's noticing my changes. I'm making money, blah, blah. Where can my husband go to plug in? And we're like, right, there's still something missing. So Irfan came on. He's a certified coach. He's got a background in physics. He's a master black belt in Lean Six Sigma. Like he brought his expertise. So now even your partner doesn't have to go anywhere else. So he brings his masculine coaching, his masculine frameworks. I bring my feminine. You get everything in literally one portal. So who here is ready to hear what I have to say about that? Give me a hell yes, because I'm about to blow your mind of what is happening inside of Kainat right now and what's coming next. What I'm doing in August is going to freaking blow your mind. Give me a hell yes, throw me a heart, let me know you are ready. Say yes. Kristen said yes. Plugging into the all-in-one grid, Andrea said yes. It's the only way. It's the only way. Hell yes, Ellie said. Andrea said yes. Fuck yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so if you're like most women, you are probably exhausted and tired of trying to patch and duct tape your transformation together from 12 different courses, 13 different PDFs, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, right? That's what's happening. That's why I built the all-in-one. Like all-in-one. Like you're literally getting two coaches. I'm a 8-time certified master life coach with expertise and experience, deep, vast knowledge in all the things that you would need. Why do you need to patch things together when you can all have it in one place? Okay. So what you get is 4 to 5 coaching hot seat calls with me and Irfan a month. And then you get immersion. So, for example, in August, we're having what I call the business bombshell immersion. It's a full day, it's like 8 hours. You come with me for 8 hours, the whole day, and I pretend like I didn't have a business. I pretend like I don't have my audience. I pretend like YouTube doesn't exist. None of my intellectual property exists. I don't have any reputation. No one knows me. And I will, in that one day, give you a 30-day framework to build an entire 8-figure business. That's literally what would do if I lost it all, I didn't have it all. I would build the entire thing in 30 days, but I'll give you the framework in one day and you have recording that. So that would be the business pathway. So people that are coming into Kainat, there's 3 pathways they can take. There's the business pathway. There's the relationship polarity pathway. You get access to it all. Or there's the play pathway, and I'll give you a little bit more information about that in a minute. Okay. So you get 4 to 5 coaching calls, hot seat calls. You get these bonus immersions, these trainings. Also in August, we're having a voice training, speaking with power. like really speaking with power. Okay. You also, so that alone is worth 100K. That's $100,000 a year. That's the value of that. Then you also get 100K of recorded mentorship vault from last year and this year. So 1 year, that's another 100K. So we're already at 200K value. Okay. Then you get 100K of courses and intensive that are pre-recorded, curated for your exact needs, not everything, exactly what you need depending on the pathway that you're taking. That's if you buy those individually, that's another 100K. So we're already at 300K. Don't worry, you're going to pay, it's a fraction of that, but just a second. Okay, then what else do you get? You get VIP access, backstage pass, which you can't purchase. Money can't buy this. It only comes in Kainat. It's a backstage pass to Addicted to Abundance Live, my in-person event that's happening in Houston, Texas in January. So what you get, you can't even put a price to that. So what you're getting is a whole year of integrated masculine and feminine coaching all in one place. And here's the thing, I didn't even tell you the best part. The 100K in courses, you get to keep like 90% of them, their lifetime. There's some that are group coaching intensives that only come with Kainat, but you get to keep like at least $90,000 worth of it, lifetime. And the investment right now, there's two tiers. There's the mentorship only tier, which goes away August 2nd. That's why I'm telling you about this right now, because this is time sensitive. The mentorship only tier, it's $15,555 for literally $200,000 worth, because that they don't get the courses. So that one is valued at $200,000, but it's $15,555, and there is a 12-month payment plan. Or $25,555, which is the whole package, where you're literally getting over $300,000 of the full transformation, integrated masculine and feminine energy coaches. Like together, Irfan and I have spent over $1 million, because if you count his education and my education together, it's over $1 million. Our experience together, over 100 years of experience together jointly, coaching tens of thousands of people, like you can't afford not to do it. There's a 12-month payment plan, and here's how it works. All you do, I'm going to give you the link right now. All you do is you go to the application, you flirt with the application, you get the application in, you enjoy filling it out, you really go all in. I'm going to throw the link. It's also going to be in the description box. And then in the application, you can let us know whether you want the full package or you want the, oops, here I am. Okay, I was trying to figure out where am I? Okay, whether you want the full package or you want the mentorship package. And then my team, as soon as you get approved, as long as it's a good match, my team will get to you the approval letter, and the approval letter has 4 links on it. What are the 4 links on the approval letter? The 4 links are, sorry, I lost my my dashboard thing, and I can't like pull it up. So weird. I don't know where it went. Huh. Oh well, we are not going to worry about it. You get 4 links. You get the pay in full for the mentorship. You get the payment plan for the mentorship only. You get the pay in full for the full package, and you get the pay in full or the payment plan for the full package. So that is what is available. I want to share with you the 3 feminine pathways that I promised you. Questions about anything that I spoke about before we move on? I'm still trying to figure out where you guys went. Did I accidentally close the thing? Huh, that is so weird. Okay, I'm gonna wait a second to see if there's any questions. Throw me a heart if this is making sense, if this is calling to you. So what I'm doing is the reason I'm getting rid of the mentorship only option is because the people that sign up for the mentorship only, once they're in the portal, within a week, they upgrade to the whole thing. So it was just causing so much more work for them because they would come in, they'd be like, wait a minute, what the hell am I doing? Why didn't I get the whole package? Why am I playing small? And then they would immediately want to get the whole thing anyways. So I'm like, let's just do it where they don't even have to make that decision. And so on, right, this doesn't affect you if you are already in that. If you already have the mentorship, you can still upgrade. Like that does not affect you at all. But if you want to get in on that one, then this is the best way to do it, is to sign up before. If get your application in now, we'll give you some wiggle room. So if you get your application in by August 2nd, you'll have a few more days to make the payment, but just get your applications in. Okay, I found you. Here you are. I was like, where are you? Okay, there you are. Flirting with the application today. Amazing. Amazing, Andrea. Okay, let me tell you the three feminine pathways. So the way I've built Kainat is again, I want you to have everything. You have inner work in there. You have embodiment. You have alchemy. You have architecture. A lot of things that I noticed by spending over $1 million in mentorship containers and whatnot and everything is that people who teach energetics, where they're like, just like hold the vision, just be in the high vibe. A lot of times they don't know strategy. And they think all you need is energetics. That's not true. That would be like saying you can make a baby with only an egg. You and I both know that that's not true. And like I say in every piece of my content, I've said this in my book, I said this in my courses, you need both the masculine and the feminine. So then you're like, okay, well, something's missing. So then you go the other extreme. You go to the strategy. You go to the bro marketers for the strategy. And then you go there, and all of a sudden, everything's drying out in your body. You have the strategy. I've been told I need to post 6 times a day. I've been told I need to do at least 8 sales calls a day. And I'm like, I don't want to do any of that. And I didn't have to do any of that. So then you go to the other extreme and you're like, I know the strategy now, but this is impossible. I don't want to do this. Like I want to see my children and I want to be with my husband. Like what is happening, right? And so with what we've done with Kainat, really literally making it's like an insurance policy. You literally can't help but succeed in there. Like you literally can't help it because you get everything. So when you come in, there's three pathways you can take. If you're like Mina, I get to have it all. But right now, in this exact moment, I'm really focused in my business. I'm like, okay, this is the pathway. So you will come join me in August for the business bombshell training. And then you're like, okay, I got the strategy. I need a little bit more energetics. Okay, there's 3 courses for that. Here's the 3 courses you take. It's all in there. I spent the last 8 years creating the vault of all the things you need. It's like, okay, you need energetics, go watch this, this, and this. Then you go watch that, and then you come to hot seat. Irfan does a timeline entropy cleanse on you. You'll show up on a hot seat with me. I tweak this, this, and this. I laser focus sharp. You're off and running. Well, let's say someone else comes in and she's like, Mina, I get to have it all. But right at this moment, I'm focused on getting the ring. I'm focused on like locking in my next level, my relationship, my family. Like, okay, well then you watch this, this, and this. You join me for the Feminine Energy Master Coaching 3-month intensive, which literally starts in Kainat in September. And to supplement that, you can also watch this and this, and then you show up for a fun session, get the timeline cleanse, get the masculine perspective. You show up on hot seat coaching with me, and you get my laser sharp coaching, and then you have the sisterhood. So you're talking to all the other women that just got their rings, and you're like, okay, well, where did you do this? How did you do this? What did you wear? How did you put this in your profile? How did you say this on a date? You got the entire transformation. But then what happened is we also have women coming in and they're like, Mina, I know that I'm going to have the relationship, or I already have the relationship. I already have the business, or I know I'm going to make the business. But right now, I'm playing. I'm in play mode. What do I do to play? And I say, I got something for you too. I'm like, okay, you're going to join me for Feminine Energy Master Coaching, which is like all about play. It's the 13 feminine codes that are like deeply taught and embodied, not duct tape from TikTok and Instagram, where you know that's not how I roll. I didn't spend $1 million in 44 years on my inner work for nothing in my personal development. Like the real actual stuff, the whole transformation, not piecemealed, not duct tape. So I'm like, you're gonna get that. And meanwhile, while you're waiting for that, watch the plug into the wild feminine energetics, plug into manifesting with God. And so there's so three like core pathways, but it takes care of everything. You want you want to get your body in order? Well, we have a best-selling author in Kainat that will help you get in shape. Like we've got a whole secret society. So it's not that you're only learning from Irfan and I. You are. Like we will pour everything into you. Like we will be obsessed with your ascension. Like I promise you that. You can't help but fly in there. Like you just can't. Like come in there deciding to be successful. Because if you haven't decided, we're gonna make you successful anyways, right? But you also get access. In fact, I was joking with Irfan yesterday. We have so many people from the medical community just in Kainat. I can open up a hospital. If I ever wanted to go into a side business, I could literally open up a hospital just with the medical community in there. Then we've got influencers, okay? We've got therapists, we've got moms, we've got we've got copywriters, everyone you can think of. So you not only get to plug into us, but you have this network. Whatever you need, there's some woman in there. Of course, Irfan and I are there, but there's someone in there that's got you, that's doing the thing, that's already created the thing, that's ahead of you, or that's like wants to do shoulder to shoulder with you. That's what you get to have. Why on earth would you be piecemealing things together, duct taping things together? Yeah, Ali said, I love that. So we're creating these beautiful pathways in there. And what's really happening inside right now? So Maria, I'm going to give you the example of Maria. Maria is a badass relationship coach. Oh my God, she is fabulous. She's got a large following on Instagram. Like she is killing it. She's thinking of coming over to YouTube as well. I've been really nudging her on that. She messaged me 2 months ago saying, Mina, I had met her in Budapest at the Budapest Intensive, my event. She's like, Mina, I need to be in Kainat, but I'm really nervous. She's like, I'm really, really nervous. I don't know. She's like, I don't know if I could do this. And I'm like, I talk back and forth with her, couple exchanges. She signs up within minutes for the payment plan. She's like, I'm so nervous. I'm getting the payment plan. She's like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I'm signing up. She signs up for the payment plan. She shows up. Her world is blown. She brings a friend. In fact, now she has another friend that's thinking of joining. Like she brings a friend. Her friend joins as well. She skyrockets. Within the first month, you know what she does? In 1 month, she buys year two. She locks in year two. Alumni get special bonuses. So alumni get special calls. Like for example, on August 4th, there's a special call happening for Kainat alumni. They also get more like courses and access to things that aren't even because I want to celebrate people that are all in with me a year two. Like hell yes. So they get special perks. So she joins for year two. You know what she did yesterday? 2 days ago, actually. Guess what she does 2 days ago? She DMs me on Instagram. She's like, I can't sleep. I'm like, what's up? And she's like, I have to be in year three. Mind you, she's only been in Kainat for 2 months. And I'm like, well, what are you going to do? Guess what she did? She signed up for year three. She's only 2 months in. She launched the masterclass series, 10x her ability to hold space for other women. She's creating bigger, larger rooms for herself. She's bringing in friends. She is setting herself up and her union up. She's happily married. She's in that glorious honeymoon phase right now, that building phase. So not only does her marriage get to have support in there, she has sisterhood. She even brought a friend. Like, how smart is that? She has business support. She has energetic support. She has play support. We've got her. She's got a question for Irfan. She can come ask him. In fact, she just did a reading with my son Arman. Like, we got you. We got you. Sisterhood, energetics, strategy, play, relationship, polarity, feminine embodiment, the best of the best in one container. Nothing like this exists. I know because I have searched it all. You're either going to get the business or the relationship or the health. You're going to have to piecemeal the thing. You build this, this will break. You build this, that will break. I knew that something like this had to be created. And I know in my life, I've usually had to create the thing. I wanted my own sisterhood community. I created the YouTube channel, right? I wanted my own, like the best portal for feminine huntresses, like women that want it all, that are like, no, 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 I'm not going to sacrifice anything for anything else. Like, I do not believe in sacrifice. I don't believe in sacrifice. If you're like, I can't have 10 different things that break everything else, kainat is the only option. It's the only option. There's nothing like it. I'm that confident about it. And I can't tell you the plans that we have for Irfan and I have for it. Like Arman, the plan we have with him, with his like readings that he does, like the collective group energy in there, the grid in there, there's nothing like it. I'm so freaking proud of it. And I'm so freaking proud of the Kainat women. You met some of these women in Queens of Money. Well, I have this masterclass that I'm doing in August called Desires, Dollars, and Divine Union. Guess who you're going to meet in there? You're going to meet my Kainat ladies in there. Another round of them. Some of the same ones, some of the new ones will be speaking in there. They'll be sharing what they're learning, how they're growing, how they're making it their own. And again, that female, like that secret marketplace that we have going on will keep growing. Because every time my Kainat ladies show up, people are like, who's that? Our email was blowing up when the Kainat ladies showed up in the Queens of Money, because they were like, who was that girl in the red dress? Who was that girl? Who was that one? Can I get her information? Like, we got you. Yes, you can. Because in here, we are creating this secret society, this secret marketplace. We have our own economy, our own ecosystem here. I have a reminder to come watch a video by Mina every Sunday as part of my self-care routine. I come here and she's live. I love that. Now it's time to turn casual entertainment, casual self-care into this, changing the vehicle, changing the vehicle. I signed up the moment I got the email. Amazing, Andre. You're talking about desires? Yes, I would love to have you guys in there as well. By the way, the third tier um, price should be going up soon if it hasn't already, and I probably missed it to change it. But we're in the third tier price early bird. Let me check. What's the timer saying? 18 minutes and 36 seconds left for desires. All right, ladies, thank you so much for joining me. I will see all your wonderful applications coming in. I'll get right to it. I'll be looking through them. I sit with them, I grid them, I really tap in the energy of the transformation that you guys are showing me in there. And I will put you in the rocket ship that brings it all to now. No, it's your manifestation is not time dependent, okay? It's vehicle dependent, and Kainat is the only vehicle. I love you so much. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. I'll see you in the applications. Go and flirt with it.